What if everything you knew was a lie? From April 28th to May 4th, this is the day everything changed.
Did you know that the map of your world today depends on a man who died bleeding and humiliated in the mud? April 27, 1521, Ferdinand Magellan, the most ambitious explorer in history, made a fatal mistake: pride. Faced with bamboo spears, but steel weighs in water, Lapu-Lapu and his men did not retreat. They surrounded the captain, plunging their weapons into his legs, his face, his throat. Magellan died in the mud, and with him, the first circumnavigation of the Earth almost died. The world you know was a second away from not being discovered. Every day on the calendar hides a secret that changed the world. If you want to discover what happened today and other years, subscribe and follow us, because the fate of humanity was sealed when a man died bleeding and humiliated in the mud.
Imagine the world before this very second. A puzzle missing its core, a secret buried for millennia beneath our own skin. April 28, 1953, inside a Cambridge lab thick with smoke and caffeine, humanity finally cracked the master code of existence, the double helix. It wasn't just chemistry. It was the language of the cosmos written in spirals of sugar and light. Watson y Crick didn't just find a shape, they found the master key to destiny. We ceased to be mere passengers of evolution. In that heartbeat, we became the architects of our own biological future. Every disease, every trait, every tomorrow, everything was there, hidden in radiographic shadows. Science was no longer cold. It became visceral. That afternoon, the universe looked in the mirror for the first time. We stared into the abyss of DNA, and DNA stared right back. Today, we edit the future, but it all started with a messy sketch on a napkin. The day life finally met itself. If you want to learn more interesting facts about history, subscribe and follow us. You'll receive a relevant fact about human history every day.
Imagine a world without the internet, yet filled with the same lethal hackers. Asterisk, it's 1834. France is linked by wooden towers and swinging mechanical arms, the Chap telegraph. Asterisk, but two brothers, the Blanks, spotted a critical vulnerability. Asterisk, they didn't use code. They used the blank spaces between symbols. Asterisk, by bribing an operator. They injected glitches into the national system. Asterisk, their target, to rig the Bordeaux bond market before anyone else. Asterisk, every swing of those wooden arms was a stolen bit of data. Asterisk, for 2 years, not a soul noticed the security breach. Asterisk, it was history's first data injection and market manipulation attack. Asterisk, no computers, no cables, just wood and pure greed. Asterisk, they were caught, but there were no laws against hacking. Asterisk, a total legal vacuum. Asterisk, the Blank brothers walked free, but the world changed forever. Asterisk, cyber warfare was born a century before the first PC. Asterisk, today's dark web threats began with a tower on a hill. Asterisk, surveillance, manipulation, espionage. Asterisk, it's all a legacy from these criminal masterminds. Asterisk, they weren't coders. They were ghosts in the mechanical machine. Asterisk, think your network is safe today. Asterisk, they proved that the system always has a crack. Asterisk, if you want to learn more relevant facts about human history daily, asterisk, follow us, subscribe, and click the bell.
Saigon's sky is screaming in terror. It's April 30th, 1975, and the panic is absolute. Huey helicopters circle the rooftops like mechanical vultures in an ashen sky. Run! Get to the U.S. Embassy, now! Thousands of desperate hands claw at the iron gates, begging for an escape that is vanishing. The air is thick, heavy with the smell of jet fuel and millions of shredded secrets. It's the end of an era. Atop the roof, a lone Marine shoves the crowd back to lock the final hatch. Only one seat left, just one. Below, Viet Cong tanks smash through the walls of the Independence Palace. Crash! Steel crushes history itself. The last chopper ascends. Through the billowing black smoke, those left behind can only stare into the abyss. A haunting silence falls. Vietnam is forever transformed. One flag falls into the mud. Another rises over the chaos. The entire world watches in stunned, terrifying silence. Was the sacrifice worth the cost? History never forgets. Saigon has fallen.
Washington, May 1971. The air is thick with tension. Thousands flood the streets, not just to march, but to shut down the heart of the empire. The slogan is chilling: if the government won't stop the war, we'll stop the government. Traffic freezes. Total chaos erupts. Human barricades on every bridge. Nixon watches from the shadows, terrified of his own citizens. But then, the thunder arrives. Thousands of police and troops charge with blind fury. Tear gas chokes the Capitol. It's a war zone on American soil. Clubs, screams, shattered glass. In a single day, over 12,000 arrests. A record of infamy and raw courage. The jails overflow. The system collapses. They didn't stop the war that day, but they proved the people can break the machine. Heroism or madness? The world was watching. Washington would never be the same. The day chaos became justice.
Listen closely. What you are about to hear was scrubbed from the official records for a reason. May the 2nd, 1982. The South Atlantic is a graveyard of ice and shadows. The ARA General Belgrano sails outside the exclusion zone, unsuspecting. But death lurks beneath the hull. In the absolute abyss, HMS Conqueror has its finger on the trigger. Fire! The first torpedo rips through steel like wet paper. Total darkness, screams, twisted metal, and the suffocating stench of sulfur. The giant tilts. The freezing water claims its war prize. Hundreds of men leap into the black void to avoid being devoured by steel. Orange rafts are mere dust motes in an apocalyptic storm. The Belgrano sinks in sepulchral silence, carrying secrets the Admiralty swore to bury forever. Was it a necessary war crime? The radio signal cuts out abruptly. Beep, beep, beep. There is no sound. Only the wind remains howling over the waves. Decades later, the echo-off frequency still rings in nightmares, an open wound that the map cannot heal. What did they really hear in that final transmission? The truth remains submerged in the abyss.
Madrid, 1808. The cobblestones are drenched in blood. This isn't just a painting, it's a silenced genocide. Napoleon's troops, faceless killing machines, aim their rifles at the very soul of a nation. Look at the man in white. His open arms are an eternal scream. Do you see the terror in his eyes? It's pure dread facing cold steel. The lantern on the ground doesn't like the way it exposes the darkness of man. Bodies pile up like discarded waste, flesh and mud fused onto the Madrid night. Goya didn't paint oil, he painted nightmares. Gunpowder smoke chokes the last of hope. Bang! The echo of the volley still haunts these streets. Every brushstroke is a forensic autopsy of horror. Resistance didn't die that night. It became the cry for liberty that today, 2 centuries later, still freezes our very blood. This is the forensic truth of May 3rd, an open wound in history that will never, ever heal. Imagine a world divided by a single stroke of a pen. It is May 4th, 1493. Inside the Vatican's secret chambers, Pope Alexander VI holds the fate of unknown continents. the Inter-Caetera Bull, an imaginary line from pole to pole 100 leagues from the Azores. Everything discovered to the west belongs to Spain. Portugal is backed into the east. It is the birth of modern colonialism. The roar of European ambition silences entire civilizations. Maps redrawn with blood and sacred ink. The Catholic monarchs smile as ships prepare their cannons. Was it faith or pure greed? A decision made behind stone walls that changed humanity's DNA. The world would never be the same. The era of empires has begun. Who has the right to own the earth? That invisible line still defines who we are today. Power, faith, and betrayal. The day the world map shattered forever. Well, this is this week's video compilation. Remember to subscribe and click the bell icon to stay up to date on historical events.
Sinks into the ancient earth. We bury what we cannot say.